Hi.
Hi.
We're
We're 2 year break. Oh my god.
Hi, we're 2 year
We're
break,
2
and this is the Punkio podcast.
Oh, forget it.
Please mind the gap between the train and the...
Whatever. Welcome to the Punkio podcast, the show that brings you unsigned punk music, regular interviews, news, reviews, and more. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing. Here are your hosts, Tim Marshall and Tom Hawkins.
Hi all, welcome to the Punkio podcast, episode 17. I'm my co-host Tom. Say hi, Tom.
Hi.
And we also have 2 year break on today, so amazing band from the UK. How you doing, guys? All right?
Yeah, we're good.
How you doing, man? You good?
Good. Yeah, not too bad. Doing the best we can. So there we go. We won't talk about lockdown though, because we try to talk about every episode. So no. There we go.
I think all the fans have like a kind of word bingo at home for
Probably.
we just go through like all the unscripted stuff, which starts with lockdown, nostalgia, other bands, more bands that we mentioned, Machine Gun Kelly, your hate for Neck Deep, Newfound Glory.
I don't hate them anymore. I've told you this already. I like what's their album called? Wishful Thinking. It's a good album.
It's a great album.
But I don't like the new stuff.
We haven't said a word yet, and they're infighting already.
No.
This will be interesting.
There we go. Tom, go on. You are ask away.
So I think, as many of the fans know, I'm a huge fan of you guys. In fact, for those that are watching, woohoo, wearing the merch. In fact, one better, and I need to put this on, wearing the merch. So, yeah, one of the first bands I ever went to go and see live, and certainly the best gig I've ever been to. You guys were absolutely fantastic to see in London. So, yeah,
I'm
just
smiling.
Stop it.
you know. And by the way, if you could slip me that tenner now, that would be amazing.
I thought you owed me a $5. Oh no, wait, we're yet to realise
We've
that.
cancelled it out now, Charlie. We've cancelled it out.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Brilliant.
just introduce yourselves and just say a little bit about what you guys do in the band.
Let's go first, eh? Dan.
You can. You've spoken.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
Dan, go on then. Go on,
Dan, you're
boss.
good. I want to hear Dan. Go on.
God, I'm the,
He's horrible, isn't he? Sorry.
He likes to put me on the spot, doesn't he? But, I'm Dan. I'm the bass player. We're in 2 year break. That's literally it, to be honest. I don't really do much else apart from bass.
You might start playing some synth keys occasionally as well.
Yeah, I might do a little bit of
Hit
this.
some pads.
Bit of this, bit of that.
This bit of that.
Brilliant.
But yeah, bass player. You know, that's all you need to know.
Nice to meet you, Dan.
That's what you do.
There we go. Is it Charlie next? Is it the best one till last? Is that right, Brad?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. Charlie here. Play guitar in the band, and I run the merchandise store. So, if any of you have got products out there, that was folded up and sent out by me.
Wonderful.
Very DIY. As we
I look
say.
forward to it.
Very DIY.
Yeah.
Tim, it's on its way.
You
Hopefully
just
it'll
turn
come
his
tomorrow.
camera slightly to the right. You'll see
Yeah.
the merch. Boxes of it.
Brilliant. And then last but not least,
And I'm Brad. There we go.
do you even know who you are?
I'm Groot. No, I'm Brad from 2 year break, and I'm the lead vocalist, and I stole Charlie's role.
He did.
Oh yeah,
Did
we
he?
will get into that, but we are missing one member, of course, because someone can't make it today.
Oh,
Yeah, your drummer. I know.
he's stuck in a bunch of accounts.
Our in-house accountant. We've got him
Yeah.
working all night.
Yeah, that's it.
You didn't hear that snare, right? Do it again.
Oh dear.
You
Brilliant.
know the drill now, George. You know the drill. Come on. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You've been doing this for 45 hours.
He actually, you should see him sometimes when he can't get
He's a
a bit
machine.
right. But when he gets most of it right, but when he gets to a bit that he can't get right, it's a different side of George that no one has ever.
He does this
Oh,
kind
dear.
of this rock.
Rock.
Doesn't
The
he? He
more he's
goes-
rocking, the more he's stressed out.
Because we set up when we was doing Sell Me Fate, we set up a little camera by the side of his drum stall, and obviously we just wanted to capture as much brilliant footage as we could of him doing it, and then most of the time we just spent doing that.
Oh dear.
No.
Yeah, you'd sometimes
And
get a
then
couple
when
little like,
he did one where he nailed this fucking bloody proper good like solo, and then just went.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Oh, mate, we all celebrated, I think. Because
Yeah.
we've been sitting there watching it for about, 4 hours.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, it was quite a nice celebration for all of us.
Brilliant.
Like
was
England,
good.
To ask,
like,
are we allowed to swear?
Oh, yeah, because I've
Yeah,
already
do
done
what the
that.
fuck you want,
Okay.
mate. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, then, sweet. Because I said
Yeah.
fuck and bloody
Yeah.
in one sentence, and I thought,
It's fine.
I
To
said
all the
fuck,
kids
and then-
listening, we're sorry.
Yeah,
Uh,
it does say explicit, so
that's
kids
fine,
should be
that's
watching.
fine.
Because I said fuck, and I thought,
Pass the
right,
watershed.
tone it down, Chaz. So I followed it with bloody. That was my natural
fine.
evolution. Yeah, all right, we're good.
Yeah, don't worry.
Cool.
Phew, I'm
Honestly.
glad we've got that out of the system.
Okay.
We haven't. We're
There you
our
go.
troopers.
All right then.
So, 2-year
Go on.
break. What is the origins behind it? I think everyone wants to know, first of all, why the name? And why not 3 years, 4-year break? Why not just a 6-month break, a 2-month sabbatical, a trip
Or a
around the
2-week
world?
Or a
I mean,
2-week
2-week break. That would have been an interesting band name.
We actually got an email about that the other day.
Uh,
That's why I said it. Sorry.
oh yeah,
Someone
they were
called us
like,
in our email 2-week break, but they have our email. How'd you get that wrong?
Oh dear. 2-week break. We had a holiday for 2 weeks. 2-week break.
Okay. So
Come on
why
then.
are we called 2-year break? I think the best person to answer this is probably used to, which on my screen and below me, because it originated before I was in the band.
yeah. And what version do you want? Do you want my version, or do you want Dan's sob story?
I want to hear
It's got
Dan,
nothing to do with
because I know your version.
Now I want to hear Dan's. Come
the
on.
truth.
Okay, the truth. Go on then.
I mean, honestly, I think the truth was the fact that Charlie left the band
Lies.
by his own accord,
Lies.
and yeah, we basically didn't do anything for like 2 years, as the name suggests.
Cool. They're good, aren't they? They're very creative.
I know.
It's quite good though.
Heathen, Charlie, you heathen!
Love the name.
I'm joking. I love it. I play in that band.
Oh, really? Do you? What band?
2-week break. Apparently, no. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's what we'll go with then. That's the
Yeah,
story.
you happy with that one?
Yep. That's absolutely
You
fine.
don't want to.
I left of my own accord, right, and we did nothing for 2 years. That's absolutely fine.
Brilliant.
I just want a disclaimer. I was not in the band. I did not kick Charlie out. No,
Okay.
then.
Who said anything about kicking someone out? I didn't.
Sam did.
I know, he left of his own accord.
Yeah.
Sorry, and we're like 10 minutes in, and now we've got the band fighting. I think, Tim, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
Right.
someone has played that Uno reverse card
Album
really
Yeah.
well.
cancelled.
Yeah, thanks guys. See you later.
Fantastic
Lovely
podcast.
Oh dear. I'm over it, guys. I'm over it.
Oh, there you go. Get it out of the system.
There you go.
Tim,
Gotta be
get
done.
out.
That's all I want, guys. That's all I want. Come on.
Oh,
there we
I'm gonna
go. Sorry.
I'm going to go to a different podcast and find love somewhere else.
There you go. There you go. Right. Okay. I tell you what. We will play the first song. So come on. I want to know what is the first song I'm going to play.
Is it up to us?
Yeah.
Yes, it's up to you guys.
Oh,
Brad?
see what we all say at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bit bright.
Over it. Oh.
You guys should say things at the same time. It's terrible. You can't do it at the same time.
And you're musicians. Jeez Louise.
Oh dear.
It's not... What was you going to say, Charlie?
Well, I didn't say anything.
I know.
I was waiting for you.
Full
I
disclaimer.
thought, oh, look, you're the lead singer. You do it. Go
Full
on.
disclaimer here. He did say before you were on that I would have to pay him a £5 if you said I'm over it the first time round.
No,
So
I didn't.
You didn't. So he has to pay me a £5 in the
wasn't-
There we
money.
go.
In the
It
frickin'
was
money.
Never, it was never part of the terms. This is recorded. Brad, actually part of it, I said you were going to go stretch the arms out and say I'm over it.
I'm over it. Like that.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, we'll
Something
play.
like that.
We'll play a bit bright then. So here we go.
Yeah.
Here's a bit bright. By 2-week break. Sorry, 2-year break. Enjoy.
Ah!
It's a little bit bright in here.
Putting on my shades and they're hiding away. I struggle to relax my breathing. Headspace got my mind in a haze. Is it real what I'm seeing? I feel like everyone has walked away while I'm grieving. These small thoughts won't seem to die. They're stuck inside my brain. Ow! Stay the fuck away. It's a bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright, can you feel it, feel it? Bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright in here. It's a bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright, can you feel it, feel it? Bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright in here. It's a bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright in here. Such a bleak outlook, I'm afraid. I struggle with finding meaning. My happy face is out, the joke is living in my skin. I'd swap with anyone when this inner voice is screaming. These thoughts won't seem to die, they're stuck inside my brain. Ow! It's a bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright, can you feel it, feel it? Bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright in here. It's a bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright, can you feel it, feel it? Bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright in here. It's a bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright in here. All this pressure, my head is spinning. It's not the same life. It's a little bit bright in here. All this pressure, my head is spinning. It's not the same life. It's a little bit bright in here. All this pressure, my head is spinning. It's not the same life. It's a little bit bright in here.
Brad, you're gonna be fine. Put your shades on.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck! It's a little bit bright in here. It's a bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright, can you feel it, feel it? Bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright in here. It's a bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright, can you feel it, feel it? Bit bright, so I'm covering up. It's a bit bright in here. It's a little bit bright in here. It's a little bit bright in here. It's a little bit bright in here. Bright in here. It's a little bit bright in here.
Is it a little bit bright in here? I can vouch that it is, because what a
There you
bloody
go.
song that is.
Right. It is. It really is. And yeah, that. So Tom showed me that originally. I think no, I know I did hear it before, but then Tom brought me round back to it, and oh my god, honestly, I flipping love you guys. You're so damn good. Yeah, I can't wait for new music to just come out. Hope I wish you'd bring it out every month, but
Oh, so do we.
We're full of compliments. We're a soft.
we are.
I mean, if we were to do that, it would take a toll on the private life. You know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. There you go. But I do want to know about. Sorry, do want to know about the video to that. Kind of what's the idea? Because it's quite cool. You're taking off your sunglasses. You've got the kind of weird people. They put them back on. They've gone. What? Come on, explain.
Okay. So I think slight inspiration is Stranger Things with the upside down world and the normal
Okay.
world. And the song is sort of about sometimes the whole it's a little bit bright in here was originally a joke, which we then come up with like a more meaningful.
Well, tell them about the joke. Tell them about the joke.
The joke was that at Camden Rocks Festival, George Lilly's, our drummer George's brother, was still wearing glasses at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night inside a venue.
Yeah.
It was pretty much pitch black, and we were like, Jack, why are you wearing the glasses? He went, it's a little bit bright in here, isn't it? And that
we were like, that's brilliant.
That's funny.
Genius.
And then we just
talk about that.
We just kept doing it, and then we were sat around a table. I think we were sat around a table in one of our local pubs, and we were like, why don't we just make a song with it? It'd be hilarious. But then, then we sort of were like, we still want it to have some meaning. It's not just a silly
Yeah.
It come from a joke, but we come up with a meaning, and the meaning is pretty much that sometimes it's easier to sort of put on a brave face or cover up or put on some cool looking makeup or glasses or something just to make yourself feel a little bit less uncomfortable in front of people or nervous around things. whether that's on the stage or just in general life.
Yeah.
And that's why in the video we wanted to sort of have this like when they're not on. Hang on, it is when they're not on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's when they're not
When
on.
they're
Not on.
Yeah.
That's when you feel vulnerable. And
And then when you put them back on, you're like, hey, I'm all good now. Or
yeah, exactly.
Punch the mic.
Yeah. Hey, I'm back.
Oh dear.
And that's why we wanted that. We wanted like an iconic sort of main villain in the background as well, which is the guy in the demon mask.
Yeah, I love it.
And then we wanted
Very
it
good.
to just get, because sometimes even when your friends can help you out, sometimes you get a bit too far gone, and like even your friends start feeling like they're not pulling you down, but like you sometimes can't go to them for advice, which is why they all go a bit freaky as well. And then I just went a bit when the breakdown happens and the glasses get snapped. That's why I have makeup on them as well, because it's just meant to be like we've lost it. There's no going back.
Yeah.
It's a bit dark because you
It is
do
really
go back.
dark.
But
It's a bit bright, it's a bit
video, you
dark.
don't go back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ironic, isn't it?
It is. There we
What
go.
a plot twist!
I know. Go on, Tom. Ask away.
I was gonna say the one thing I remember listening to this and I was going, this is just Enter Shikari, Don Broco, and I remember chatting to you guys about it, and when I met you guys in, oh gosh, where was it? I forget the place in London. That
The Hope and Anchor.
That was it. The Hope and
February
Anchor.
February 23rd, 2020.
Thank you for remembering that one. It's like
I
it's
was
our
there
anniversary.
It was our last gig.
Was it?
It's
Oh.
I'm not that good. It's just I know when our gigs are.
No, it was
Right.
fantastic, and you guys just going, listen, huge fans of like Enter Shikari and the stuff that we like. Tim and I equally listen to, and then hearing the kind of drop and Brad's vocals, and I was like, man, you're killing that Enter Shikari vibe, that Don Broco vibe, and then the fact that it went on Kerrang, and you're just there going, oh my gosh, you guys are on Kerrang. I met these guys. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, we were the same when we were on Crow. We're like, is that also correct?
It was like ringing each other,
Brilliant.
going like, ooh, did you see that? Did you see that?
You took a picture of yourself in front of the TV. It was like,
I
That's
didn't,
amazing.
no, I didn't take it. My mum said, "Here, go on, go and stand in front of the telly."
Brilliant.
Stand in front of the
Take a
telly. Go
photo.
on.
Let's send it
Love
to the.
it.
I'll
to the
send you that, Tim, if you want it.
I'll put it on the
dear.
Christmas cards.
Brilliant.
Look,
Make
it's
Christmas
my son.
bright.
He's on the telly. He is. What channel is that? Which channel is that? Is he on
He
Pointless
rang.
with that mic? That guy from Pointless? No, he's not on Pointless. He's on Music Channel. You know, Music Channel. Which one? Like the Kiss? No, not like Kiss.
Songs of Praise.
Oh yeah, Songs of Praise. That was it. Songs of Praise.
Tom,
Brilliant.
you taking the piss out of my mum?
I'm not taking the piss.
Brilliant.
How dare you say that? No, I'm taking the piss out of you, mate.
Oh dear.
No,
I think the one thing I always
Brilliant.
will remember from that whole Bit Bright being launched is the ad campaign that you, Charlie, did on Facebook, where you had to meet those Facebook algorithms. Hashtag BitBread.
Bit Brad.
Do you want to elaborate on what happened there?
So Brad's the social media and marketing guru of the band, and he enlightened me and said that we need to do a video and it needs to be 3 minutes long. It was actually about our merch. The reason why I did it was because obviously running the merch store, all the merch comes to my house. Obviously, we're in the middle of lockdown, so he said, "But you're the only one who's got the merch, so you're going to need to do a 3-minute video." And he said, "Just do loads of random things around the house. Do whatever you want, whatever you want." I was like, "All right, I think I've got some good stuff. Let's see what happens." So I went to the microwave. I set it to 3 minutes, filmed that. Go down about 3 seconds and stopped it, obviously, and then set it to 10 seconds and then waited and then just got that last bit. I was like, right, that's one shot. Yeah, go on.
That your microwave timer isn't correct.
Or is it your editing?
I used the timestamp, which is like the perfect seconds, right? And I tried to line up your last bit of the video with where it went 3, 2, 1, ding. And it was never in time.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I'll get.
off.
Okay, well, I'll get onto the microwave company about
Definitely.
it. Make sure they know of the issues.
That was harder edit than our music videos.
Well, I'll let them know that you had some trouble.
Fuck are you? I'm Charlie from 2 Year Break. Your microwaves are not like fucking doing anything in seconds.
They are shit. Yeah.
Shit.
If you want to know why, just watch the Punkio podcast episode.
That's it.
No, and then essentially, yeah. So I thought, I'm a bit of an athlete, so I did a couple of press ups, bit of jumping jacks and whatnot, and then I thought, I'm a bit peckish after that. So I'm going to go and make myself some bagels. Pop, out they came, buttered them. But I thought, do you know what? Whilst I'm doing this, I might as well film it, because why not? I got to fill the time. And the bagels were great as well, to be fair.
They did look really good.
Excellent.
Good,
superb.
Yeah.
And you had the Audi butter, didn't you? Which is it Audi or is it?
No, we're using we were using Bertolli in during lockdown, but we've recently changed to Lurpak lightly salted.
Lurpak,
really like that.
The best one.
Yeah. But to be honest, we have both, so we fit between the two, and I quite like it. It's quite nice change of pace, depending on what you fancy.
You heard it here first on the Punkio podcast.
Tom, this is a snippet.
This is.
Are we allowed to say brand names?
Yeah, of course. We're not here to be endorsed by anyone, but hey, Bertolli, if you're listening, you know a band member who will promote you for 3 minutes.
The slogan can be the Punkio podcast. Bertolli, help spread the word. And then.
No.
Do you know what? That's a campaign made in heaven.
I'm gonna tag him in a post.
Bertolli, are you getting this? Yeah. Tag the microwave company. This is technically a complaint as well to you guys.
Oh yeah.
Dear.
Charlie, you come up with some great slogans, didn't you? You had a dream once, and your slogan was.
It's not a dream. Oh yeah,
sorry.
I was thinking about something else. Yeah.
They say nothing's changed, but it has.
That's
was
why
your
I'm
slogan.
Tomato soup.
Your tomato soup.
No, it was a mad dream. I must have been ill or something.
He was eating tomato soup and he was filming an advert campaign, and then he has the soup and he eats it, and then he says, "They say nothing's changed, but it has." And that's why I'm eating.
Because it must have been the soup. It must have been the soup 2.0. But the thing is, I laughed in my dream, and my mate Billy, random, was just laughing as well. And then my other mate Alex was just really serious, and I was laughing at the script. But it was I think I might have told the boys, and I can't remember who it was, but must have said to me, "But Charlie, you wrote that script in your head when you were asleep. So why are you laughing at it?" This is ridiculous.
This is an insight into the mind of Charlie.
This is a weird tangent.
Sorry.
Sorry about
Tomato soup. I was thinking about the one where I actually came up with the Lidl slogan. I actually did, because my sister was doing a piece of coursework, and it must have been about 12, 13 at the time, and I made up live little for less, right? And then she handed in her coursework. 2 years later, that's their slogan. Never got a penny.
So there was a 2-year break between that and
oh Jesus!
Sorry.
Oh Jesus!
Never got.
But that's another hashtag Lidl. So I've got lots now. I'll tell you, this thing's just gonna be snippets. The whole podcast.
The amount of brand endorsement we're gonna have to do for this podcast. Be like, dear Lidl, dear microwave company, dear Polly, dear Lurpak.
We're gonna have to have them all on the back of the album cover.
Yeah, that's it.
They've all put
special thanks to all these companies for their support along the way. They didn't donate anything. We just went to the shops and bought their products.
Hey, we're keeping them in business.
Oh,
yeah, true. Yeah, well, not the microwave company, if you're telling much.
We'll slander them.
They're going down. Out of sync, out of time.
Dear.
Yeah, but out of time, yeah.
Brilliant.
What happens, though, if you find out that they're completely in time, it's just your timestamp on your editing software is off?
And Adobe Premiere Pro is going down.
Yeah.
Well, someone's going down. And we're going to find out who.
Oh dear!
You heard it here first, people. Tier Breaker on a rampage now. Fame.
I pay good money for Adobe. Don't do me over.
Yeah,
Same.
I'm pretty sure we won that in a raffle.
Does anyone want a wild insight into what Dan is like?
Come on, then.
So, because I didn't want to get up and obviously interrupt the podcast to get another beer. I haven't got a beer fridge like Charlie, so
Oh, sorry.
I put it in a little
Love that.
That's excellent.
A little ice pack in there.
That's
That
proper
is genius.
DIY. That's proper DIY.
You know
That's
what,
like
Dad? You don't
that's
get
parent
enough credit.
level. That's parent level.
Genius.
This is literally parent level, I would say. It's just like he's there in the background, just gonna let the kids have their bit, and I'll tune in when it goes quiet.
Yeah.
So back to the music, guys.
Oh yeah, what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, what you're here to talk about.
dear.
I'll just cut back to Bit Bright really, and one of the things I absolutely loved about the whole Bit Bright thing was the fact that you guys intertwined it with the whole mental health campaign, and it was a fantastic thing to say. I think because everyone was going through this new aspect with lockdown, with the pandemic, and just kind of being away. It was really nice to have like people opening up, and it was something I equally opened up to you guys quite a lot about myself. And I bang on heavily. I think I've told you guys enough times about why I bang on, but that whole concert was one of those moments where I look back and go, that for me defined 2020 as being the year where I was like, you know what, things changed for my mental health. And I genuinely attribute it down to the fact that I met you guys, and I will accredit that to you guys being my mates now. I never expected to go to a concert and be, you know what, front row, as they say, even though we were all standing, and be occasionally tripped on by an AC unit.
Mate, that AC unit was brilliant.
Amazing.
10 out of 10. Proper endorsement for that.
Well, 9 out of 10 because it was dripping. Anyway,
just a bit of a wet thing, just occasionally.
But
and the experience I had. It was
Tom. You done that yourself though, mate. It's got nothing to do with us. I mean, like we were a part of it, but like, you know, you got yourself out. You went to the show on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people
I've never
do you
done
know
that.
that have got the balls?
No.
Oh wait, change that. How many people do you know? You know, that have got the bottle to do that. I don't know if I have. Well, I think maybe this year I would, but definitely in the past I would never have had the courage to go to a gig on my own. No way.
Not at
it
all.
was a terrifying
So, do you know what? So in that sense, I actually was really like, I was like really, I found it really admirable. You know what I mean?
The
I
thing
was
that
very
I
proud
found
of it. You know?
really like mind blowing was I thought you was friends with the other two people. you were with.
Yeah.
And then when you was like, "No, I'm here on
Ethan
my
and
own," I was
Liam,
like, "What?
What? Yeah, just met them. Met everyone there. Still chatting to.
You still
Lily
talk to them?
Yeah, still talk to them. Still
They're
talk
well
to.
alright.
They're decent lads. They were,
Yeah.
and you know Lily as well. Shout out to her, of course. And Amy
mate.
as well.
Oh, sorry, go on, mate.
No, carry on,
I
mate.
was just saying, my mate. It was weird. My mate from school texted me, and because he works on a building site, and he was like, I just see a bloke wearing a 2-year break t-shirt, and he took a picture of it on the sly, and I was like, hey, I know that guy. He was at the Hope and Anchor. He was front row. It was Ethan.
Yeah,
It's Ethan, yeah. But
Brilliant.
Fantastic show, and it was why I became so hooked with it. And it's just as you guys always encouraged to fans, it was always something about having that journey with them, and it's a nice feeling to feel like you're on a journey with a band and you're watching them on TV going, you know what, I saw them, they're such genuine people. And you know, I'm not saying other bands hide behind the screens or whatever. It's just nice to feel like there's a genuine human connection there, which is admirable to you guys, because you guys are fantastic and you guys are going places. I think you guys have been recognized enough time to really say that.
Thank you. I never know how to take it.
I don't know. It's just
too much. It's too much.
Oh, well, Brad, you better get used to it, mate.
I genuinely appreciate it. We just
Yeah.
can't really.
I mean, sorry, go on, mate. Go on.
No.
All I was gonna do.
I can't describe it. Every time, so many people know. But when people are like complimentary or really nice, I don't know how to say thank you, because I can't really put it into words. It's a bit like deep down, I massively like appreciate that everything.
Well, I'm sure there'll be more compliments. So
I'm sure. Especially from Little.
Fuck.
Yes.
Oh, mate.
And Bertolli.
I think we're always going to have imposter syndrome. That's the fact that we don't think we're good enough to get to be where we are now.
You fucking are, guys. Honestly, you need to think it, because you fucking are. Honestly.
It's one of those where it's just you guys and your new tracks. I was keeping an eye on it, and so I'm Over It is now over 10,000 streams within its first couple of weeks. Do You Want to Find Love hit 20,000 near enough at the same time. Bit Bright's over close to 70,000 or getting close to 70,000 streams. And
amazing.
Yeah, that's huge numbers. That's huge numbers. I mean, I looked on Spotify this morning, 9,000 monthly listeners. Okay, fine. The Spotify algorithms go up and down as per whatever. But still 9,000 people. And I remember you guys releasing your Spotify Wrapped, and it's like, what, 50, 60 countries around the world are listening to you guys?
Nice.
It's funny, isn't it?
88.
88.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Do you know, I just saw it this morning, weirdly. But and every time I do see that, I do think that's mad. Like, that is mad, isn't it?
I always look at some of the countries. I'm not the best at like geography.
It's hard enough getting me friends to this.
I don't even, where does that place even
exist? Yeah.
Oh, dear.
But just like, as you say, going back to the mental health thing, because I feel like we skimmed over it too quickly, to be honest.
When did Bit Bright come out? When did Bit Bright come out?
The 1st of May.
Oh, was it? So it was during lockdown. Yeah.
So we basically we shot the video on the 28th of February. God, I'm good at these dates. We
done his revision.
I have. I've got them all here. No, yeah. So we managed to. We literally shot it like pretty much like 2 or 3 weeks just before we went into lockdown. So we was kind of lucky that we had something to release during that time. I know that that would have done me in mentally if we didn't. And do you know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds kind of first world problems because, you know, there's a lot of things worse out there than not being able to release music. But I suppose when you're just living in your own bubble,
of course,
and that's like the big thing for you, it's quite tough to have the thought of not being able to do that. But yeah, in terms of the mental health thing, I think we try and write about so much stuff, but I think in terms of mental health, I think it's the one thing that we really know about in terms of like our own experiences, like, and so the connection I feel to like Bit Bright, for example, is just, I mean, Brad pretty much wrote the song, and I literally, when he did, I was literally like, I could kiss your mind, because it literally when I listen to it, the way, like, it makes me feel like exactly how it was intended to make me feel. Like, I can really feel the emotions. The amount of times I've shed tears watching that video during the middle eight when Brad's going down on his knees. I'm like, I've been there. I know how that feels. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I think, you know. So I was really happy to do the campaign we did for Calm.
It's a fantastic thing you guys all did. And,
it is. And
I know so many of my mates, when they were listening to that and watching it, were like, it's relatable. I to me, massively relatable. Yeah, it's something where you just go, I completely know where this character is and what the character Brad is playing. I know that demon. I know how bad it can push. And the worst thing I think for me was it's the connection with music, which is something really difficult to like ever speak about, is about how mental health can be the wind in your sails, and equally it can be the rock that sinks you. Just like that. And it's really tough to kind of go, you know what, listen to this song, and then as soon as another song comes on, that's it, immediately downhill, and you've fallen off a cliff and you just don't want to get back up, even if all your mates are around you going, you're all right, you okay, what's happened, and you know. But it's something really awesome to see bands do, and honestly, it's fantastic. You guys have outdone yourselves with that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You have. Yeah, I mean, for me, I knew I felt something from the song, but I kind of knew it was kind of to do with mental health, but I wasn't sure. And then obviously when you've explained it, I thought actually that's exactly what I was feeling.
Yeah.
And I thought probably one of the main reasons I started the podcast, one, because I absolutely love music, and two, I needed something to do because it was work and nothing else. And I thought I need something, and I just went, you know what, damn it, I'm just going to go for it. I'm glad I did, because I feel like I'm helping the music industry a little bit. Every little helps. Bit of Tesco. There you go.
Tesco.
That's another one.
I think Dan come up with that slogan.
Yeah. That's it.
It's
And then
outrage.
Yeah, and then Tom came on, and I think we've bounced off each other quite well, and I think that they've gone from little to big now, the podcast, and we're getting a lot more views and all that. So
I think there's a really good segue point actually into the song that I personally think we should play next. Because there was one comment that stuck to me, which was your first ever, I think one of the first ever bits of feedback, Tim, you got for this podcast, which then became your slogan, right? Well, do you remember what that was?
What, the fat middle-aged white guy that likes punk?
Yeah, that one. Which
there you go. They're out there.
Yeah, and I think
goddamn trolls.
Goddamn trolls, yeah. And why do I think that was segue really good? Because what is your brand new single, guys?
I'm over it.
Oh shit! No, I'm over it.
There we go.
It's in.
Fuck.
There we go. Fine. Here we go. Here it is. Here's I'm Over It by 2 Year Break. Enjoy.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're playing. I don't know what you're saying. But I don't mind cause I'm over it. Yeah, I don't mind cause I'm over it. But I don't mind cause I'm over it. Yeah, I don't mind cause I'm over it. Yeah, I don't mind cause I'm over it. You despise everything I do, I don't wanna know. Your lies, your truth, opinions and your facts I don't wanna know. Cause I don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're playing, I don't know what you're saying. But I don't mind cause I'm over it. Yeah, I don't mind cause I'm over it. Yeah, I don't mind cause I'm over it. Break my bones just to fix your own, I don't wanna know. But you've got nothing to show, I don't wanna know. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're playing. I don't know what you're saying. But I don't mind cause I'm over it. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're playing. I don't know what you're saying. But I don't mind cause I'm over it. I don't mind. If you keep going I don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're playing. I don't know what you're saying. But I don't mind cause I'm over it. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're playing. I don't know what you're saying. But I don't mind cause I'm over it. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're playing. I don't know what you're saying. But I don't mind. I don't mind. Cause I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind.
Sweet. So yeah, I'm bloody loving that song. Honestly, when it came out, I was like, yes. Tom popped it over to me. I think we popped it over to each other at the same time. Look, it's amazing.
Listen to this song right now.
So good. Drop everything. I'm like, yes. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I'm never gonna get over that song. I'm not. I know that's a little pun there, but I'm not. I'm sorry, but it's an unbelievable track. It really is. And yeah, I'm loving the kind of the heavier stuff that you're going for. And yeah, it's awesome. So, just quick one. Where are you guys from? Because I can hear an Essex accent of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm from Essex as well. Big up the Essex.
I actually had an argument with my geography teacher when I was younger because technically we're not from Essex. We're actually Havering now. But we're from Romford, Hornchurch, Brentwood.
Okay.
Brentwood
and Grays is Essex, but where me and Charlie live is technically Havering. But we always, in my postcode on my letters it says Essex, and that was my
okay.
I was like, look at my mail, it says Essex.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So you wanted to be Essex?
Well, when I was naive and didn't realise,
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's alright.
I was in the posh part. I'm alright.
Oh, wait. What? Fade Bois or somewhere like that?
No, whatever. Well, I was you say the posh part. I was near Braintree, so it's not really posh at all, to be honest.
I've never heard Braintree. It's no offense to those from Braintree. I've never heard Braintree being associated with posh. It's like Swindon.
No,
we've got places outside of Swindon, Malmesbury, Marlborough, Devizes, associated with wealth, and so Swindon. Tracky bottoms, and a magic roundabout.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't from Braintree. I was from near Braintree. There you go. So 20 minutes from Braintree. Yes, exactly. Yes, you got it. There we go. But yeah, I love the British accent in the singing. It's brilliant. It really is. So kind of Enter Shikari vibes again, as Tom said. It's just I love it. So
I'm happy that people notice that because I was always worried that I'd sound American.
I fucking hate it when I sing. Always sound American. I'm like, fuck's sake. I used to be in bands when I was younger, and I was a singer, and I was like, I'm always sounding American.
Someone says, like, I think it was your classic because we were originally like making more pop punky type, like generic, not generic in a bad way, but your classic pop punk stuff. They were like, you sound American, and I was like, no, I don't. I don't sound American. I just
we know why they say that though, don't we? We've analysed this.
We have analysed it. It's because
that genre is associated with
America. Very American. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like for example, I could show like my mate at work. I'm over it, and they go, "Oh, you sound like Blink-182." Oh, and it's like, do we though? Do we?
Just listen again.
Have another listen.
Oh dear.
And then tell me if that's still what you think. Honestly.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's weird.
I'm just trying to string up the dots right now to how they came to like that kind of conclusion. Like Blink-182. Yeah,
it's because
numbers in your name.
Oh dear.
Both got
names in your names.
Right, Dan.
The Blink Scream. Yeah.
There you go, Dan. I'll ask you a question then. What would you associate your genre, or would you kind of not want to label yourself anymore?
Yeah, it's really hard because
it is.
it's always a hard question to answer, and the problem is I think we would associate ourselves with bands like Ed Shikari, Don Broco, Union X, and they're great bands, but it does feel like you're cheating a bit by just saying, oh yeah, we like those bands.
No, of course.
But yeah, definitely. I think we change so often as well. I think we like to do what we like. We don't really sort of put ourselves in a genre. We started, cool. Change My Mind is quite pop punky. It's probably the more pop punk end of the spectrum of what we do. And then I don't know. I think actually, you could probably say this is since Brad sort of joined and became the lead singer, because for those who don't know, Brad used to be a guitarist in a more of a metal band. So he's brought that real heavy element into the band, and you can hear that in the way the songs have evolved. And some of the new stuff that we're doing is definitely a lot heavier. It's got a bit more screamy vocals, heavier guitars.
It always has a bit of a pop element to it.
But yeah, there's still that bit of pop element. And I mean, we've just been trying to sort of write new stuff for the album. And there's a lot more poppy elements on that, trying to mix a bit of pop back into the heavy.
Nice.
So,
it's really weird. My favourite is
love it.
Where there's one where Dan had to say a lyric, and he had to speak it in like a really weird voice.
Oh yeah.
and then he like we messed with like the sound, and it's my favourite part in the song. But
I literally put on like an opera voice. For it. It was,
wow, you're really defining your genres, aren't you? You've gone from pop punk to now being in the in the Albert Hall. And here is Dan with Change My Mind.
So in conclusion, Dan doesn't know.
And I don't think any of us really know.
No, I was gonna say, I think Brad and I probably think, "Whoa, glad we swerved that."
Yeah. Well, no, I'm the same.
Charlie, what do you think of your band?
I think we are alternative rock with a bit of pop punk and metal.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow,
yeah, I
that
mean,
felt
that's why I asked you guys, because I honestly I can't put you in a genre because you're in so many. But I think you've got your 2-year break genre. That's what it is.
I think
you're getting a lot more of that.
Yeah, a lot of like, what's the band at the moment that Wargasm?
Yes.
I don't know what they
So
are.
good.
So good.
Yeah.
Wargasm.
Well, they're like a new metal-y type.
Yeah.
Then they got some like poppy bits in it, and like, it's just mental.
That's the beautiful thing about the evolution of music, and you guys appreciate this. It's like I think the boundaries are being pushed even
100%.
more now than they ever have, and a lot more people are accepting of it. Because you know, in the past, a lot of people would be like, "I only listen to metal," or "I only listen to pop," or you know what I mean. But now people are just pushing the boundaries, and a lot more people are accepting it, and I love it. Because when I flip my laptop open and pull my guitar out and write a song, I'm just like, what's gonna happen today? Who knows? Who fucking knows?
Yeah,
It's gonna be something magical.
I did actually have a thought process the other day when I was in my car, and I might be completely wrong, so I could be wrong, but I was thinking, like, if you ever did a video of how do 2-year break make them, you know, like you see them videos where it's like how to make a blah 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 song in 5 minutes or something, and they take the mick out of it. If you made a 2-year break song, you make a pop song, and then you start adding metal guitars to it.
Yeah.
And then you have because if you take away all the guitars from like I'm Over It, for example, it's actually a bit of a trappy pop hip hop song.
Really?
And the chorus is a bit like poppy.
Yeah.
But then once you add the guitars in, it's like something completely different.
Definitely.
So I think...
Brad, stop giving away all our secrets.
What? No. Because you could listen, if you listen to like a really cool pop tune, and then you like listen to the riff and just play that riff on a guitar string on like
Keep
a
going,
heavy
Brad,
tone.
Keep going. Bear with me. I'm just
all of a sudden, it sounds the bollocks, and it starts becoming like this sort of like heavier version of a pop song.
Yeah. And you're saying that I need to then get into a band by kicking out their lead singer? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. That's how we do it. Yeah.
No. You don't kick them out. You keep them in it, but as the guitar.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Find someone that can sing and play guitar, and then leave them just play guitar. All right. Look, Charlie Charlie has a chorus in one of the songs.
Oh, don't give it away.
Oh dear.
I did, you know, have a little dabble.
Charlie might or might not have a chorus in one of the new songs of the album, and I don't sing anything.
No. There you
have
go.
to wait and see.
I think something we've realised with like writing this new album is that
it's
the more like hip hop, R&B, pop artists who write songs regularly at a laptop, at a keyboard with a synth, you know, they do that all the time. For us, we've always been in the studio with guitars, real drums, writing songs that way. We haven't been able to do that because of obviously restrictions of COVID and everything. So we've had to figure out new ways to write music. And that's actually been opened up our eyes to how much we can bring in some of that kind of poppy ways of writing songs. Which is
do you know what though, Dan? Like, having said that, I think it's such a better way of doing it. Rarely will I pick up a guitar now and write a song. I'll always write in the box. I just much prefer writing songs here because I feel more in control. I just like, and I can, and you know, naturally your mind, if you're singing like a vocal melody that you're trying to come up with, like naturally your mind will go somewhere. But actually I can kind of sing that. I can lay it down on my keyboard and I can go, all right, let's just move that note up one or move it here or move it there. And then you can literally just manufacture a really cool vocal melody from something that you might have thought of or just that you know works in the key. I think actually it does open up so many more possibilities.
Definitely. So do you guys produce your own stuff? Sorry?
No.
Do you guys produce your own stuff?
Not really.
No.
Here's how it works. Here's how it works, right? Me, Charlie, or Dan, or George, whether it's one or two or more of us, will create a demo on Logic.
Okay.
It will sound terrible.
Right.
We know what Charlie, don't lie. We know what it can sound like. A bit like obviously we can't visual it literally, but we can hear it visually, if that makes any sense. So we know this is gonna sound good. We then send it to our producer Clint, and then he goes, "Yeah, I'm down with that. Let me play around with it." Then he sends it back, and it sounds the bollocks, and then we're like, "Yeah, we'll switch."
And nothing like the original.
And nothing. Nothing like the
original. If we're being honest.
So what we're hearing here is you're like sending off like, you know, My Little Pony, and what you're getting back is Bring Me the Horizon Throne.
Yes.
I like that.
Brilliant.
So it's just like, now I'm going to be like, okay, I'm adding this to the notes now. So send off random jingles.
Get decent producer to change your crap demos into beauty.
Nick the Go Compare tune, return it back as you pierce the veil song. Liking this. I mean, just segueing back a little bit. We all mentioned the kind of way the genre is going, but what led you guys into music? And Dan, let's start with you. What's your kind of interest behind outside of Tea Break in terms of stuff you listen to?
Do you know what? Honestly, I think my music taste has evolved over time as well, because I think when I started playing in bass and playing with Charlie and George back when I was like 16. So how old am I now? 29. So yeah, that's quite a long time ago.
Lucky you.
So yeah, quite a long time ago. And back then I was listening to like Bombay Bicycle Club, really indie bands like that, and very different to what I listen to now. And yeah, I don't know, but like now I would say it's Charlie and Brad who have influenced the style of music that they listen to. It's the stuff that I listen to now. I do listen to Bring Me the Horizon and Enter Shikari. So it's
It's 2020. It's brought out the rage.
Yeah.
It's 2021, mate. 2021.
No, 2020 brought out the rage. Last year brought out the rage for me. 100% metalcore all way.
I think it's kind of funny because when we were first writing our like EP, Dan and George were like the most skeptical of like, oh, is there a bit of electronic synths in that? Oh, not sure. Whereas now, Dan is like, yeah, just do something weird. Yeah, no, I prefer that weird bit. But if you'd have asked him 2 years ago, he would have been like, oh no.
This is nothing like Two-Door Cinema Club.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, it's mental how much he's changed. And I think at the same time, although we've influenced and maybe made you listen to new, we're also listening to stuff that we probably, I used to like get annoyed if a band changed their sound slightly. I'd be a bit like, oh, why have they, oh, they were good when they did that. Whereas now, as soon as if I hear something different, I'm like, yes, I'm loving it, and I
go
can see
for it.
They're not doing it because they're trying to be something else. They're doing it because they just want to explore and have fun and grow their musical whatever.
Yeah, I'm less skeptical when a band changes their sound.
I think if you do, if Bring Me the Horizon have released that strange EP they released in December, which was
insane, by the way.
Amazing.
Absolutely
amazing.
I think if I had listened to that 3 or 4 years ago, maybe more than that, like 5, I would have been like, oh, what are they doing? That's stupid.
You're not wrong though. I don't think we would have been mature enough to receive it.
But now I was like, this is insane.
It's insane.
It
really was.
Really was. Music to Tilda to dance to Tilda.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's the one.
The one with the 24-minute track.
Yeah.
I zone out that track. I
love it.
I fell asleep to that once and then woke up halfway through it and I was like, I'm about to die. I can't remember how it goes.
It's a weird little tune in the middle, and it happens for ages.
Yeah.
And then he starts speaking and he starts going, close your eyes.
Yeah, that exactly. One. Yeah. And that's the one I woke up to and I was like, where am I?
But I imagine you're probably going to play another track in a minute, right? What of ours? But so I thought I'd just bring you on to that. Not that I'm hosting or anything. But,
thank you, Charlie. It feels amazing that we're on your podcast. I'm going to turn around this way.
Tom, tell me how you got into music, mate.
Well, actually, it's a fun story. So back when I was 7 years old.
Not this again.
I did that on the last podcast.
No, because so when we recorded All I Want, I think we started to maybe like a little bit experiment, not massively, but we were like,
That's our first song I screamed on as well.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Like, so George and Dan had to leave early from the studio session. So whilst
we could run wild,
whilst
baby.
the adults were away, the kids came out to play, didn't they? And we were like, "Go on, Brad. Do you want to do a little bit of screaming on there? Yeah, go on. Should we do it? Look. If it don't sound good, then we'll just take it out. Oh, all right, then fine. He got in there, screamed his heart out, and we was like, "Oh, this sounds the bollocks." And then he walked in, sweat dripping, and then just went, "Do you think we went too far?"
Well, let's find out, shall we?
That was because there was a scream that didn't get used where I did that like classic
ridiculous
higher pitched squeal.
Nice.
And that's when I was like, we went too far.
Lads, I think we crossed the line.
That's right at the end of All I Want.
Awesome. Yeah. So here we go. All I Want by 2 Year Break. Enjoy.
Reflecting on the things that I have known, it felt like there was no escape. My eyes see better days as the world adjusts and the colour starts to show, leaving darkness in its wake. Never needed to rely on someone with a selfish state of mind, controlling every move I make. Don't think that you are the reason, don't think you're changing the season, don't think you gave me the strength to get out and make something of this. I wanted to follow the time I hit the bottom, but now I'm only moving on, and it's all I want now, and it's all I need now. There is nothing else that makes me feel at home, and it's all I want. Looking back, I'm thankful that you took the step to stab me in the back. Your own excuse to sell me fate. I found my therapy when I took a leave, pretending to be me, the person that I am today. Don't think that you are the reason, don't think you're changing the season, don't think you gave me the strength to get out and make something of this. I wanted to follow the time I hit the bottom, but now I'm only moving on, and it's all I want now, and it's all I need now. There is nothing else that makes me feel at home, and it's all I want. I'll still have heavy days, but I know I'll be okay. No space inside my head, so make sure you stay away. You'll have your heavy days, but I'm sure you'll be okay. No space inside my head, so get out, go! I wanted to follow the time I hit the bottom, but now I'm only moving on, and it's all I want now, and it's all I need now. There is nothing else that makes me feel at home, and it's all I want now, and it's all I need now. There is nothing else that makes me feel at home, and it's all I want, and it's all, and it's all I want, and it's all I.
Flipping awesome again. Flipping awesome. So yeah, I see what you mean about trying different new things. Being your first track you tried the screaming on. I'm kind of glad you did, because I think that's kind of brought you into Bit Bright and
Massively.
is that before Bit Bright? Yeah, it was. So
It was
that's
before,
brought you into Bit Bright and the new tracks. So yeah.
As a leading fan
So
in the
good.
band, Tim, I will tell you it was before Bit Bright.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to work it out, but yeah,
Direct
definitely was.
to
I know we're not
questions at
talking
Tom.
about.
Tom.
I know we've already spoke about Bit Bright a lot, but Bit Bright almost never happened.
Oh, really?
Glad it did.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not because we didn't like it, because we.
Oh.
Hello.
Charlie.
Charlie doesn't want it. Charlie doesn't want this to be said. Basically, I was like, I really want to just come up with this sort of new sort of like not pop punk, basically a bit more rocky, heavier metal stuff, but influenced. And we were really we were getting somewhere, and then we were stopping and starting, and then we were struggling, and then Charlie would go away and try, and then he'd write some other stuff, and then I'd go, oh, but what about Bit Bright? And he'd say like, I've just basically we come to a point where we were like, I don't know what to do. We can't do it. And then luckily,
I gave up.
Yeah, Charlie gave up. And luckily, somehow
I don't give up often.
Somehow in my car, I come up with that melody of the chorus, and I recorded it on my phone and was like, Charlie, I think I've got it. And then I sung it, and then he was like, oh my God, yes. And then Bit Bright actually happened, but it almost didn't.
Fuck for that.
And I wonder if we would be making the music we're making if we didn't pursue that.
Probably not.
Destiny, guys. Destiny.
Well, there you go. Lead vocalist syndrome, whatever that is. Yeah, I just did it, sweet. I'm the reason we're making the music we are today.
And Brad, aren't we so glad that you're here?
Brad, you own that shit, man. You own that shit. I love it.
No, but do you know what I love?
Go for it.
I love that you now write that style of music as well now, because you used to be afraid of that kind of music.
Afraid? I've never been afraid of anything, mate.
So what?
Oh God, it's scaring me! What have I written?
Shut up, Tom.
Shut up, Tim.
So what comes first usually, or is it a bit of both? So music or the lyrics? Usually music first.
Well, if you listen to some of the lyrics, normally it's gibberish. It's a gibberish melody.
I'm changing that technique though. I'm changing that technique.
So we did a bit of writing recently, and we had a bit of a melody to something, and Charlie, we said, Charlie, just sing some stuff, sing something. And I think one of the lyrics he sung was, "I don't want to be a phone."
I'll play on my Olio. What's an Olio?
I'll play on my Olio.
Is that the new track, Olio?
It's my new brand. It's my new brand of butter.
Brilliant.
Olio.
We had a few too many on, and they debuted their leading Halloween track, Spooky Wookie, which, by the way, is #1 in an imaginary chart for Halloween. It's the Halloween song to go for. Yeah, it was first time on the Punkio podcast. And so,
we wish.
So what was that playing on your? You don't want to be a phone.
Olio.
Olio. Wow, I'm looking forward to hearing that on Kerrang. It sounds like it's going to be a bang.
I don't want to be a phone is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I don't.
I want to have some fun. That was it as well.
I want to be a phone. Olio.
I must have been dehydrated at the time.
Is that right?
Remember, kids, drink water. You end up like an Olio.
Charlie, there was this in one of the demos, there's this big lift into this big and he said something like, I don't care about the world.
I do.
He said, I don't care about the world. But it's like, I don't care about the world.
That song's not making it, though.
It's so funny.
Oh, dear.
Why do you not care about the world, Charlie?
I think we're all like that in 2020, let's be honest. Come on. We'll let you off, Charlie. It's fine.
Thank you. I didn't mean what I said.
It's all right.
I don't know what an Olio is.
He does want.
I don't know.
I do want to be a phone.
You're not been touched.
Anyways, moving on from how much Charlie wants to be
because I want to be cool. Because I want to be cool.
So Tell Me Fate, your EP.
Both.
So I know the story behind this. I know why there is a lovely flower on the side of my hoodie, and I also and on the hoodie that Brad has got there, and one of the many bits of merchandise that's in Chaz's house. But what is the background to Sell Me Fate? But can he
about
answer
this in years?
What about
background
wounds, Tom?
The background for Sell Me Fate is so I was in a long-term relationship that I thought was gonna be the one. if that's what everyone thinks when they're in a relationship.
We've all been there, trust me.
And and yeah, it went a bit kaput, went a bit wrong, and basically the album is about all the different stages of getting over someone. So like the don't act like this is the end stage is where you're just like, obviously there's like a week period where you're really, really upset, but we skip that part. And then it's straight into like, yeah, let's get lit, let's go out, way. Like, it's not the end, I've got so much to live for, way. And then bang, Alone in the Ocean, nope, I'm not doing well.
No.
And then yeah, after that, there's sort of like the slowly, like you start to go back to that doubt type stage, but actually believe it with all I want. And then the last two songs are kind of like accepting that some of the, like, I was to blame for some of it, and that you've just got to accept it and move on. And that's why reason it's called Sell Me Fate is because I think I went round the person's house or tried like a door, and I think she said something along the lines of you know, all this happens for a reason, like it's meant to happen. And essentially she sort of met someone straight after she left me, so I can't confirm or deny that they met before whilst we were together, but she was kind of saying that you'll get over me, you'll be all right, and you know, we were meant to meet each other so that we could go on our lives. And I was like, she said it was fate or something. I was like, that's actually bollocks, and it's just an excuse and a poisonous sort of theory to have that like my actions are okay to happen because it's meant to happen. Like, no, you was a bit of a shitty person. It wasn't fate that you did some shitty things.
No. I feel like crying.
So,
you fucking deep shit.
So
wow.
That's why we were. That's basically what. And Charlie, you could just the last thing before, and the whole idea of the album artwork, which is a specific flower, which is the name of the ex-girlfriend. That flower is the name of my ex-girlfriend because she was named after a flower, which you can work out yourselves. hitting the ripples, because I believe that things don't happen for a reason. I believe that things happen and they cause other avenues and paths that open up, and it's up to you whether you want to take that path or that path. It's not. I wasn't meant to leave or split up with someone and go in to join a band or whatever. It just, that's what happened, and that's the path I decided to take. So the flower hitting the ripples is like the waves of different paths you could take, and then that's why on the back the ripples are still there, but the flower's gone.
Nice.
Amazing.
I honestly think it's I love hearing about it, partly because it brought me through my own shitty breakups and stuff like that, and it's a difficult thing to chat about. And I think the amount of people that inspire like music from breakups and from those kind of hard low points is why it's so easy to relate to really good music, because you feel there's an emotional connection. I'm for me recently, a lot of the stuff with I bring it up, I'll bring it up again. Machine Gun Kelly, what a guy! But
what a dude!
What a guy! What a album!
Bingo.
There we go. Oh, fuck you! You're not getting another $5. But it was one of the only albums I've ever listened to virtually cover to cover. And then when the extended version came out, I couldn't fault any of the songs. And then watching Downfall's High, it brought this story, this whole narrative to it all, where it made a lot of sense. And similar things, you kind of go, is this about me? Could this be related to me? And there's aspects of your music, there's aspects of music like The Script, Eminem, Machine Gun Kelly, where it's just it all homologates together, and it
homologates.
What a word!
Wow!
What a word.
Wow!
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to Google that.
I'm the same.
I don't even. What
does it mean?
Homologates, I think is the right word. I want to say it just basically comes together.
Molds it all together.
Yeah, molds it all together, and it takes you on a journey.
Wow! He actually is googling it. Brilliant. Love that.
I believe it is the right word to use, but as you can tell, may have been watching Countdown.
Homologation, sanction, allow especially, to approve or confirm officially. I don't really know what you mean.
That's all right. To approve. He's confirming that it mixes it. It confirms.
There you go.
The right word. I want to say homologate, but I was like, probably not the fucking word.
Brad's just homologated your sentence. Okay, fine. Carry on.
Wow.
So
wow.
So moving
just to quickly finish that off.
Really made me laugh.
Funny story. Also, I never wanted to like make her look bad in the album, which I don't believe I do.
No, you didn't.
Because I even take account for any of my own actions. But the thing I did do that I shouldn't have, well, it doesn't matter. She spoke to me when she heard, because me and her used to go see 2 Year Break before I was into it. Because we were all friends. We knew each other as, like, I knew Charlie and George before, and Dan before I was in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she found out, she was like, oh my God, whatever. And she went, you're not going to write any songs about me, are you? And I went, no.
Of course you are.
At the time, I truly meant that, because we wrote Change My Mind, and that was actually written from Charlie's perspective that I was able to relate to. But technically, if you put it in a timeline of my story, Change My Mind is after Sell Me Fate in the terms of like meeting other people and not sure if you want to be with them. But we wrote that song.
Homologated.
And at the time when she asked me, I was genuinely like, no, I don't think I want to write about our story.
I just imagine.
And now there's a whole album, EP about it.
I can imagine. You're not going to write a song about me. And you go, no.
Not at all.
And then she sees a post of a flower that looks very similar to her name. She's like, oh, okay.
Hold on, wait a second. No, absolutely not. No, 100%.
He said he wouldn't.
Hide the t-shirts.
Brilliant.
Must be someone else. The ripples also like kind of represent the fact they sort of changed our lives as well, which is quite a nice sort of.
Yeah, I wouldn't have joined 2 Year Break if 2 Year Break was my escape from. Like, was a way of me getting over her. So when Charlie was like, I'm not going to sing anymore, as he told me in his Augustus Gloop outfit at Comic-Con.
So not
I've told this story before, but I'd never sung. Like, I might have done some stuff in like year 6 at a play. Or
might have. We've all seen the video, Brad.
Yeah, or like sung a little bit in the choir at school. But I hadn't fully properly like been a lead singer. I was just a guitarist with the occasional backing vocals. And when Charlie in his Augustus Gloop outfit told me he was going to quit the band, not quit the band, but quit singing, and they're looking for a new singer, I was in that Alone in the Ocean stage.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I can sing. I was chatting absolute shit at the time because I didn't know if I could. I was just like, yeah, I'll do it. Because I was just like, my band that I was in, I was enjoying it, but it wasn't really going anywhere and it wasn't fulfilling anything. And it was kind of like in the past type thing, and I wanted to do something new. So that's why I was like, yeah, go on, I can do it. And luckily I can.
Yeah, luckily.
Yeah, you fooled me.
I think that's what Charlie means by the ripples. Like, I wouldn't have even had the confidence or passion to have gone for something like that. I would have just been like, oh, okay, cool. Well, if you need help with guitar, just let me know.
There we go. Wow.
Charlie, man, that was an amazing impression of Charlie.
That was. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what.
Myself.
Should we jump into the last song? Do you want to find love? There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So, Do You Want to Find Love by 2 Year Break. Enjoy.
Sending a message to all my friends, they will catch us in the end. This is a caution to all my friends, we are targets of a trend. This is a warning to all my friends, they will strike when we descend. We take a swipe at the ones we like, we need the funds to make it right. Self-esteem don't pay their rent. This is a warning to all my friends, they will catch us in the end. I can't take it, because every time we talk, they keep on saying, do you wanna find love? Every time we talk, they keep on saying, do you wanna find love? Do you wanna find love? Oh, do you wanna find love? every time I keep on singing. No, I don't wanna buy drugs. In the past, my head's been spinning. Oh, do you wanna find love? Every time I keep on singing. No, I don't wanna buy drugs. In the past, my head's been spinning. Right, think about it. We'll take the bait to accumulate all the things that they overrate. Play the game, it's time to spend. This is your caution, no, this is your warning. They've always been stalking, they know when you're falling. So cover up your lens, because every time we talk, they keep on saying, do you wanna find love? And every time we talk, they keep on saying, do you wanna find love? Do you wanna find love? Oh, do you wanna find love? Every time I keep on singing. No, I don't wanna buy drugs. In the past, my head's been spinning. Oh, do you wanna find love? Every time I keep on singing. No, I don't wanna buy drugs. In the past, my head's been spinning. You didn't get the memo. Every time we talk, they say, oh, do you wanna find love? Every time I keep on singing. No, I don't wanna buy drugs. In the past, my head's been spinning. Oh, do you wanna find love? Every time I keep on singing. No, I don't wanna buy drugs. In the past, my head's been spinning. This is a warning. In the past, my head's been spinning. This is a warning to all my friends. In the past, my head's been spinning. This is a warning. In the past, my head's been spinning. Yeah, this is a warning. In the past, my head's been spinning.
So
What a
yeah,
song.
I know, I know, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I'm just in love with it. I must say though, my missus doesn't like this kind of music at all, and she said to me the other day, "I love 2 Year Break." I was like, "Yes, girl." so yes, you've converted. Honestly,
brilliant.
I was so happy. Like I think it was "I'm Over It." I played to her, and she was like, "I like this." I was like,
Yeah.
That's
yes.
nice.
It's
So
got
it's all
such a
good, guys.
unique melody. I was when I first heard it, I couldn't really pinpoint where it was like, because it wasn't necessarily that Enter Shikari vibes. It wasn't Don Broker. It felt like it was yours, and a little bit of Dream State kind of got me. I felt Dream State. I don't know why. I think it was just the everything about it, the synth, old school Enter Shikari as well, and loads of other stuff. But it's just a fantastic track, and I still listen to it. It's still great music.
It is.
The
brilliant.
one thing you can always say about a 2 Year Break track is it's always catchy.
Oh,
Yes.
that is
I
what we
like
aim
that.
to do. That's
That
what
is.
we really want from the album, right? Is
Yeah.
although you can tell maybe this isn't a single, or this is obviously meant to be a single, whatever. I feel like every song on the album, I want you to go, wow, that melody is proper, like an ear hole with it. What's the earworm?
Earworm.
That's what I want. So I think that's how kind of like we try to make. I think I've upset Charlie once when I've been like, chorus ain't catchy enough, Charlie.
He told me a song I wrote was an album filler, and that didn't hurt my pride at all.
Charlie, if it helps, we can chat after.
No,
I've got an ear and I've got a cuppa. We can have a chat after.
Tom, between me and you, right, we'll be chatting for the rest of our lives.
I know. It's fine. It's
Neither
fine.
of us will
dear.
hear each other because we'll just be talking over
We're
each
talking
other.
over everyone else on Discord. No, so
Oh,
the
dear.
inspiration behind "Do You Want to Find Love"? I think the artwork is fantastic, like all your artwork, but in particular, it was one of the ones that really stood out. And talk us through the inspiration. I think it's got a really awesome meaning behind it.
Who wants
I
to
mean-
do it? I've done a lot of talking, but I do know that.
Dan, let's switch to you then. Go on.
Dan, come on. What do you reckon?
Right, shit.
You know it, right? You do know it.
Oh, what do I say?
I love that. You do know it, right?
I know it.
The one guy in the band that doesn't know why we sing or what this song's about. Don't even know the band.
Dan, open up your email. I'm about to send it to you.
Brilliant. Just read off.
This song is a song about. You've got to spell
Let him speak, Tom. Let him speak. Jesus.
All of our artwork and our merch and stuff. The actual artwork itself is done by a guy called Make North.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of artwork for other people. But yeah, so he's the sort of I guess the brains behind it. But the idea behind the artwork was so just to clarify, I'm talking about the single artwork for Do You Want to Find Love?
Yeah.
Is the fact that we've got this billboard where you can kind of see on the billboard there is what looks like to be a dating app type thing, Tinder of some sort, and that kind of matches the feeling of the song and the meaning of the song, and the fact that I mean, I'd say I'm speaking for Charlie here because it's his experience. You know, I'm someone who met their girlfriend at
natural causes.
What?
Of natural causes.
No, natural causes.
I have to manufacture it.
I'm one of those people who I've never actually used Tinder or anything. I met my girlfriend at 16 and
me neither, mate. Me neither.
So I've never had that experience. But from what Charlie has said to us, and almost unless you pay, you don't like for sort of ad-free stuff. You don't really get matched with anyone.
That's what I tell myself.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's naturally what I told them.
Brilliant.
I'll elaborate on it when you do, because I'll explain the algorithms.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the algorithms kind of stop you. So Do You Want to Find Love is about this. Essentially, it's just companies like that pushing it. It's like, do you want to find love? Do you want to find love? Oh, well, you know, pay for this, pay for that. Here's this advert.
Yeah.
Do this,
okay.
Do that. And I think the album artwork was kind of meant to reflect all of that. It's this dystopian sort of future where there's an advert for Tinder and yeah, how we're all fucked up.
Yeah, and you've got all the money on the floor and all the rubbish around it.
I kind of liken it to a game franchise. Well, a certain game in a franchise, Final Fantasy VII, where there's like the poor slummy people that are in this like sort of futuristic world, but they're kind of just getting by, and then you've got like the really over the top people that are exploiting everything up top, and that's what it's kind of like. Not just Tinder, but like everything, even like us to get heard by people, we've got to pay for it. Like, oh, you'll be scrolling through Instagram just to check out your mates or something, and then something will pop up and go, oh, do you want to buy this thing? And the ironic thing is, we pop up to sell you stuff.
Yeah, it's the irony
because that's what we have to do, and especially things like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge.
No, don't badmouth Hinge. Hinge is like
I'll leave Hinge out of it.
Dating 2.0, mate.
But because I have also, after Sell Me Fate, I was obviously single, or during that, and I obviously experienced like what it's like to be on social like dating apps, and for the first week or so, they really make you think you're doing well, and they're like, oh yeah, you got this, you got this, and you're like, oh my god, everyone loves me, and then after, they start to take little things away from you one by one, so that you feel the need to go, oh, I want to know who's like me, and I want to know this, and you're almost paying to find your person you want to be with.
Yeah.
That's kind of what...
Tom, you're just making your camera worse, pal.
I was listening, and it's now got so bright behind here, it's beyond a joke.
A bit bright, Tom. It was a bit bright.
Beyond bright.
Oh, dear.
Relate massively.
But you're not wrong, Brad. Yeah.
No, you're not wrong at all. I mean, I work in social media as a living, and yeah, I mean, trying to sell boring stuff to people is very hard. I sell carpet cleaning to people, for fuck's sake. I mean, it's not.
So it's all the same, isn't it, Tim?
Exactly.
It's all the same,
exactly.
Cleaning,
music,
love.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go.
I'm so glad we had that natural comparison there. Do you want to find love too? Do you want to get your carpet cleaned?
Yeah. well, ideally, if I could do both, that'd be brilliant.
It's all about the upsell, lads.
My favourite thing about that song though is obviously like, you know, we see the adverts, we see these products. Like I've bought so much like trainers and hoodies because I've seen an advert and it's like, oh well, I need that because I need to look good or whatever, and this they're basically selling you stuff on your floors.
Yeah.
But the funny part of it is that I say, oi, oi, tight Dan, you didn't get a memo.
Oh.
And the reason I said that is because it was kind of a joke, but it makes sense because Dan seems to not notice things sometimes and just like we went to see Yumi at 6 and it's like everywhere, right? You can get like a 2-pint cup for, you know, it's kind of cheaper than buying 2 pints. You get a big 2-pint cup and it's everywhere saying get 2 pints for the price of whatever. And we all turn up, right? Back in the middle of where we were meeting at Yumi at 6, Brixton Academy. And we all go, yeah. And then Dan comes over with a little pint glass. And we're like,
little as well, little pint.
Like we're with these big like, whee! And then Dan comes in, we're like, you all right guys, hello. He's got this little pint glass. And it's like, how did you not see the big advert on the sign that said yes,
obviously
screaming. And then we filmed it for Instagram. I was like, fuck it.
But yeah, like literally, oh my god, it literally looked so small.
Can I stick up for myself here for a minute?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Oh, we're sorry, Dan, but we haven't got time. Actually, that's the end of the podcast.
Oh shush! Oh shush! Defend yourself. Defend yourself now.
Dan, I've got 2 questions. Right? Did you either one didn't see the advert, or 2 you was being a tight Dan, which either way means my comment in the music video works.
Either way, it's a win-win for us.
Partly the tight thing, partly.
Yes.
But partly because, like, I thought if I got a 2-pinter, then I'm going to drink it at the same speed as I drink a 1-pinter and get absolutely hammered. And I think, Charlie,
don't worry about that, mate.
You're
don't worry about that.
You are testament, Charlie. But we all had one as well.
Yeah, don't worry about that, mate.
I'm just saying, you know, you've got to pace yourself. It's a marathon.
Who said?
Brilliant.
Who says?
Brilliant. There we go. There we go.
But do pace yourself. Drink responsibly.
Yes, drink responsibly. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Hashtag drink responsibly is another one.
Another beer.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, we'll probably finish soon. So I'll tell you what, we're going to end on a seriously random one. I haven't done this before, but you'll probably be like, ugh. But we'll go. What's your favourite vegetable?
Broccoli.
Exactly. There you go.
Broccoli. No, I've said it straight off.
Broccoli. I like broccoli.
I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends, right? So you can, you could have the hard stuff.
This listeners is where they switch off.
There's no one else. Is anyone else in my boat? All right, I don't have a favourite.
I haven't finished talking about broccoli yet.
I don't care about your damn tree that you're eating.
I like the thick. No, I like the bendy long stem ones that you get in Nando's, or the short little ones in Sainsbury's that are crispy and crunchy. Whack them in the microwave for 3 minutes, stink out the office.
What have you done, Tim? What have you done?
Sorry, listeners, I do apologise.
And by the way, on the next episode, we're going to ask what their favourite condiments are.
Well,
we're going to ask random things, whatever.
Tom.
So for all of you sitting here and anyone that's listening, I can't eat vegetables without gagging.
Not a fan, eh?
That's legit. So like my mum used to like put peas on a plate or broccoli on a plate, anything, and I used to be like, but I can't eat them, and I have to swallow all my vegetables with water.
Brad,
so I can't.
What?
No, I can't do it. If I put peas in my mouth, right, with nothing else, no water, no like extra food or anything, I sort of go.
Yeah, but no one said anything about peas. Peas are the devil, mate.
No, I'm talking about every
yourself
vegetable.
a good
broccoli,
quality
peas,
bit of broccoli.
Brussels sprouts. Carrots count as a vegetable. If so, are they a vegetable?
Are a vegetable.
Then I like carrots.
Okay. Do they count? Well,
they don't make me gag.
Oh dear. Go on, Dan. What's your favourite vegetable?
Do you know what?
This will be good. It'll be something weird. It'll be something different. Something that he got from the bottom of a tree.
He's going to take his shoes off, get a book out, and sit by a tree with his bike.
I'm going to show my bougie middle classness.
Here we go.
I like artichokes.
Right. Sorry, lads. I got to go.
It's actually
even.
Grilled artichoke. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried one. I don't know if I want to be honest.
Clues in the name. Choke.
Choke.
Die.
You're going to kill your lead singer.
I definitely couldn't swallow that one.
There we
I
go.
can deep throat a banana, though.
All right.
Well, that's the perfect time to end, I think. So there we go. So honestly, yeah. And is there any shout outs you want to do to any local bands or anyone at all? Say no if you like.
Just 2-year break, really.
Shout out to 2-week break, 2-year fake, which will feature in the future. There will be our cover band 2-year fake.
Brilliant.
And
6 months sabbatical. And who's the one in Sweden? 2-year vacation.
That's it.
Shout out to them. We
sound so narcissistic.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Oh gosh, no.
No, do you know what? Completely honestly, I haven't. It sounds really bad, but during the writing of this album and stuff, I haven't listened to music other than what we've been writing and some of our influences. So I don't really have any shout outs currently.
I've been listening to a few bits.
Actually, no, Joe, a big shout out to the visitors and especially Simon for always helping us out where he can.
Oh, yeah.
Big love.
Yeah, definitely. No, they're great. I've just been listening to the Deep Sleep playlist on Spotify.
so shout out to Spotify's playlist, Deep Sleep.
It's really good.
You've really helped Charlie go to bed.
Brilliant. There we go. Okay, so on that note, I think Charlie wants to go to bed. So
I'll get the playlist going.
Thanks massively, guys.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
No, you're very welcome. Yeah, I'm glad we had you on, and I look forward to looking forward to new music, etc.
Yeah,
go from there. So,
and before we go, shout out to my mate Dan, who's an absolute huge fan of you guys. So,
cheers, man.
Definitely. There
Appreciate
we go.
You.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Peace.
See you later, boys.
Bye.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to the Punkio podcast with Tim and Tom. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, and follow on all streaming platforms.
Check out our social media pages where we'll be posting exclusive content and sneak peeks to future episodes of the podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode and we look forward to catching you on the next one. Take care.